we just got some breaking news when it comes to the Miami Hurricanes QB search. As of right now, things are going revolving very, very, very quickly. Darian Mensah, as of right now, has officially put in his paperwork to enter the transfer portal. As reported by Pete Nankos on 3, Darian Mensah, Duke starting quarterback, has officially and should be entering the transfer portal. And this is huge, huge news when it comes to our Miami Hurricanes and their QB search. As you know, Carson Beck Sr. leaving to the draft, hopefully after capturing this national championship. And then so we're left with a not so desirable QB situation, especially after such a big, big year for the Miami Hurricanes. We want to capitalize on that with a good QB, like we've did the last 2 seasons, going for the best quarterback in the transfer portal. And of course, we weren't able to get that done. Sorsby, I believe he took a visit. Sam Levitt took a visit. Both of those guys did not end up going to Miami. They went to LSU and Texas Tech. Weren't able to get the big name quarterback or even any of the other ones. But it looks like this situation is developing very, very, very fast. This Darian Mensah situation, and he is favored to land in Miami. And Pete Thamel actually just tweeted out that, we have Ole Miss with a quarterback hole, and we have Tennessee with a quarterback hole, Miami with a quarterback hole, 3 huge teams with quarterback holes. Ole Miss and Tennessee, of course, very quarterback-friendly offenses. And Pete Thamel actually just tweeted out that Tennessee is not recruiting Darian Mensah. The transfer portal closes today at 11:59 p.m. So this is quick. Something, it was not too unexpected because we knew Miami was not going to go out without pursuing a quarterback for the upcoming season. They weren't going to go trot out Emory Williams this season. They could if they had to, or nickel, or any of the other quarterbacks. We knew that if we were going to get a quarterback, it was going to come from someone that's currently not in the portal, and something like this would have to occur and go down. And it looks like this is what is going down. Miami is the favorite to land Mensah, and Mensah, man, he's pretty good. He's explosive. He was with Duke this season, and they were a pretty high-powered, pretty high-scoring offense this season. Lots of passing. He had 3,973 passing yards. That's second in FBS football, and he was also second in passing touchdowns with 34 touchdowns. He threw 6 picks, 76.6 QBR, and he started his whole career. This will be going into his junior season. He started his whole career. This season, what did he play? 14 games. He played the ACC championship and a bowl game. Of course, they won the ACC championship, fucking fraudulent fashion, whatever. And then at Tulane, he started 13 games. So he is an experienced starter at this point. He started his whole career, and he's looking for a team that's going to get him to that draft level, get him to be a NFL-ready quarterback, a high pick. And that's what Miami does, man. They did it with Cam Ward, made him into the number 1 overall pick in the draft. They're doing it with Carson Beck right now. If Carson Beck wins this national championship, there's no way he's not looked at as a top 3 quarterback in his draft class. I think he's looked at a top 3 quarterback right now, but of course, he would have to get first and second round looks if he wins a national championship for sure. And now look, Mensah, sophomore, we can possibly get 2 years out of Mensah if he wants to stay. But of course, he's going from Tulane to Duke to Miami. He's upgrading opportunities, so I'm pretty sure that he wants this to be his final year in college ball. And Miami is honestly the perfect fit. If you're an experienced quarterback and you want to become NFL ready, get that high draft pick, basically guarantee your spot as a possible NFL starter, you go to Miami, and that's what we become. We become a quarterback. Just we're taking in the transfer guys. They don't want you no more. Well, we want you. You want to become more of an NFL ready quarterback. You want to get to be a higher pick. Come to Miami. Ty Simpson, he didn't want $6 million to do that, which was stupid of him. But now look, we got Mensah, and I'm happy with it. He's not so much of a dual threat quarterback. For example, like a Lenore Sellers, he's not going to really. What I would compare him to. Don't get your hopes up too much. Cam Ward was something different with the Miami Hurricanes, of course. But I would compare him to a Cam Ward. Man, he's got an arm. He's able to extend the play, throw on the run, and do all that. And he has legs that he can use, of course, but he's not looking to use them right away. Cam Ward, he didn't really want to use his legs right away. He didn't want to be looked at as a Lamar Jackson or Lenore Sellers. Darian Mensah is like that. He wants to throw the ball. He wants to win in the passing game. He doesn't want to resort to his legs immediately. And that's what I see in Darian Mensah. But there's also a tricky situation, of course, with this whole poaching him from Duke, basically, and that's, he has this contract, these weird contracts that some of the teams are giving out, like Damon Williams, where he signed a 2-year contract for Duke, and of course he was only there for one full season last season, and so it creates a messy situation for Miami to get him out of, and for him, of course. But I don't understand this. This is really gonna test the transfer portal in the NCAA. Is like, how can you lock up these guys under contract? They don't work for the school. They're players. They don't work for the school. And these contracts do pay them through the school's money and stuff. That's revenue sharing. That's what it is. It's a 2-year revenue sharing contract. But still, they do not work for the school. Like, they should be able to go wherever they want. And as quickly as a team can dispose of that contract, like other teams have done in the past, as quickly as a team can dispose of a contract of a college player by saying, we don't want you anymore, we're going to move on from a different direction, the players should have the right to do that without creating this big mess and lawsuits and all that. But I'm not worried about the lawsuits. We are Miami. They are Duke. We get big fish and small fry. Big bank takes little bank. That's what happens. And Miami looks like they are in the direction to land their quarterback for the upcoming 2026 season. But of course, this is very important. But we got much, much more important business ahead. Monday National Championship. So let's focus on that. But of course, this very important breaking news. Had to get an emergency video out to give you guys the updates. And I'm very confident that Darian Mensah will be a Miami Hurricane. I do not think he's going anywhere else. I believe he's going to enter with a no contact clause. And I'm pretty sure right now, as of right now, it's looking like he's going to Miami. But I can tell you, he's going to Miami.